My friend, this just happened behind the scenes in the NFL. A legendary name in the league has just dropped a bombshell that's shaking Las Vegas. According to him, the Raiders are about to close a historic deal, something in the neighborhood of $39 million, with a star wide receiver who could completely change the team's offense. No one expected this move, and the entire NFL is already reacting. I've gotten some new information about this potential deal and what it really means for the Raiders. So like, subscribe, and stay until the end, because what I'm about to tell you now could be the beginning of an epic turnaround in Las Vegas. Something is happening in the Las Vegas Raiders locker room. After another devastating loss to their AFC West rival, the Kansas City Chiefs, tensions are reaching a breaking point in Las Vegas. The Raiders' 31-0 humiliation wasn't just another loss. It exposed everything that was wrong with the Times. But what really shocked Raider Nation was seeing star pass rusher Max Crosby leave the game with knee surgery. For a moment, it felt like one disaster on top of another. Losing their defensive leader, their emotional spark, and their captain could have turned a miserable day into a nightmare. But finally, there's a glimmer of good news amidst the chaos. According to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, Crosby has been suspended for the season as a precautionary measure. The knee issue, combined with a back injury he suffered earlier in the week, was worrisome enough to sideline him temporarily, but sources say it's not serious. This news was a huge blow to fans because, let's be honest, without Max Crosby, the Raiders simply collapse. He's not just their best player. He's the heart and identity of the silver and black defense. Even with Crosby's scare, what can't be ignored is how historically poor the Raiders' offense was. They produced just 95 total yards, managed only 3 first downs, and held the ball for nearly half as long as Kansas City did. Their 30 total experimental plays were the fewest since 1999. It was the kind of game that makes you question everything, from play calling to preparation and motivation. The Chiefs completely dictated every aspect of the game, and the Raiders left it lifeless. Coach Pete Carroll and his players now enter the bye week searching for answers. Crosby's health may be intact, but the team's spirit seems shattered. As a source close to the team said after the game, "We looked defeated before the second half even started." That's not something you want to hear from an NFL locker room. The only thing saving this season from total collapse is leadership, and that starts with Crosby. He's the emotional engine that's carried this franchise through tough times before, and this may be his toughest test yet. But while the Raiders were breathing a sigh of relief with this good news, something started to swirl off the field that could completely change the team's future. While fans were still reeling from the Chiefs' debacle, social media was abuzz with one of the season's boldest rumors, and it involved none other than former NFL star Chad Johnson. In an original post on X, formerly Twitter, Johnson claimed the Raiders are preparing to make a blockbuster offer to George Pickens, the young wide receiver who's lighting up the league this year. His exact words? "Dear Raiders, as Pickens representatives, we want $39 million per year, and you'll see an immediate impact on your offense." You can imagine the scenario. Raider Nation went into a frenzy. Could it be true? Would the Raiders really spend that much on a receiver, especially with so many other flaws to address? Pickens currently ranks 4th in the NFL in receiving yards, 607, and has proven he can be a game changer. But he's also not without controversy. His temper, off-field outbursts, and history of frustration have raised eyebrows. At a time when leadership and chemistry are struggling, adding a volatile star could easily backfire. Still, it's no secret that the Raiders desperately need help at wide receiver. Rookie wide receivers Jack Beck and Dante Thornton have struggled to make an impact, and Jacoby Myers, who requested a trade early in the season, could be out soon. The offense is stagnant, and there's pressure on the front office to do something. Fans are divided. Some want to see the time pass to Pickens and revive the offense, while others believe the franchise needs to stop looking for quick fixes and begin a real residency. Chad Johnson's statement may not be official, but it raised a crucial question. What direction are the Raiders headed? If Pete Carroll survives this season at age 73, he's likely to oversee a full-fledged defense. This means the front office can quickly plug holes and return to competition in 2026. But investing nearly $40 million in a receiver with attitude problems when your quarterback situation is dire, that's a gamble you can rarely afford to make. And just when everything seemed to be falling apart in Vegas, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, with reinforcements that could turn the game around after the break. After 7 painful weeks, there's finally a glimmer of hope in Las Vegas. The Raiders enter their bye week battered, humiliated, but not completely destroyed. And the silver lining is that help is on the way. According to head coach Pete Carroll, the team hopes to have tight end Brock Bowers and wide receiver Jacoby Myers back on the field for the next game. Both missed the Week 7 blowout win against the Chiefs, and their absences have left the offense feeling sluggish. Their return could inject much-needed energy into a unit that has been one of the worst in the NFL this season. Well, the first thing is, it gives us a chance to bring back 3 or 4 starters, Carroll said Monday. Brock should be ready to play. Jacoby was close last week. He practiced before the game, so he should be ready too. These are encouraging words, especially after a brutal start to the season. Still, Carroll's position is getting hotter by the day. With a 2-5 record, the Raiders' offense has been painfully inconsistent. Quarterback Geno Smith, brought in to stabilize the position, has turned into a turnover machine, playing one of the worst games of his career. The offensive line has struggled, the plays lack rhythm, and despite having promising rookie running back Ashton Janty, the tempo seems unable to commit to the running game. Week after week, it's the same story. Flashes of potential followed by crushing mistakes. Inside the stadium, frustration is growing. Players are confused about the offensive identity. Would this be a heavy tempo run? A play-action offense? No one seems to know. A week off should be clear, but if the Raiders underperform again, the pressure could mount. Still, with Bowers and Myers back, there's at least a chance to turn things around. These two are key players who can open up the field and give Geno Smith more reliable options. But the truth is, this tempo is teetering on the brink. If the next few games don't show progress, we could see major changes, from the quarterback position to the coaching staff. With Max Crosby struggling to stay alive, rumors of a $39 million offer for George Pickens rocking the league, and Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers returning to save a flagging offense. What do you think, Raider Nation? Is this the moment Las Vegas finally turns the corner? Or are we witnessing the last desperate moves before a total destruction under Pete Carroll? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Raiders news.